Ooh, sick. This is a really good opening hand. I'm into it. Play this on 1, boop boop on 2, and then everyone's happy, especially me.
I see you've brought guests.
Oh, well now I kind of want to do that on 5. I don't know, maybe I should like stop trying to make Glavetar happen early and just use my other stuff to activate it. Set up Glavetar after Kurtrus? I don't know. I don't know, chat.
They will never catch me. Who's hiding now?
I'm definitely going to play Glavetar if I have nothing better to do on 4. I will say that much. Isn't that right, Stampede? Wow.
Gotta go.
Too slow.
Too slow. Too spicy. You like tempo more with this deck? Weird. Cheating? Not the fabled cheating. Hmm.
I'll never stop searching.
I wish I could draw one more card. Too bad.
Your end comes now.
Don't know if anyone ever experienced this, but I only play on my phone and I'm completely unable to send friend requests. Interesting. I think someone said something similar to me recently. So you might not be the only one. Have you ever mulliganed the quest unintentionally? If I've done that, it's been a long time. I don't think so. I don't have any, like, I mean, like, it's the type of thing I would expect me to do. Not saying, like, I'm incapable of that or anything, but, but yeah, not sure. Don't think so. Can you not with that? Can you not do what you just did? Oh man. It's gonna discard my funny thing, isn't it?
Anyone ordering ghouls to the face?
Those are actually pretty good discards, I think, maybe. Alright, yeah. We've still got stuff happening. Still have stuff in the works. Should have played that first. It's okay. Literally never punished once in my whole life.
Who's hiding now? Anyone ordering ghouls to the face? At last!
I'll never stop searching.
I'm out of demons to copy with this. Stampede, oh no. I'm so sad that Rin, like, new Rin wasn't any good. Like, Rin is a very favorite card of mine from back in the day. I would have loved to have a, like, a really good Rin C-play. I think that would have been awesome. Is there any way that I can get this and also play it this turn?
They will never catch me.
I think the answer is no.
They will never catch me.
I am running low on cards. Shadows grow.
I guess I don't need it anymore, right? Like,
At last.
ah, too bad. Hey, at least Aranna's in the deck. That's pretty good. Can go Aranna into this, into swing. Unless they have like weapon removal. Marshy, can I try to add you? What's the number after Martian? One 11553. It's incredible how unplayable New Rin is. Yeah, it's the worst. Oh my goodness, we have an Imp King boss truther?
Of cards.
Chat, we have in front of us here an Imp King boss truther. If you can believe it. This is crazy pants. Too slow. Good job, Aranna. Way to do the thing. They should just make Aranna the final part of this reward. I think I've done 2 marks for this so far. I'm gonna need a solid 3 more. Then I can go eat, I guess.
You don't want this fight.
Hi, Hungry. I'm Waluigi. I'm so proud of you. Joke of all time. You guys like my hat placement? You guys think this is working for me? Thoughts? This is pretty good. I've decided to become a trendsetter. The hat almost looks like it's edited on your head. I was looking at it in the thing. It does kind of look like that. You look very hip and with it. Sick. Sick. All right. I've always wanted to look hip and with it. So, Marshy is a fashion icon. I think so, right? Surely. Surely. It actually, like, it's weird. It's like covering just enough of my glasses where I think it's just kind of like messing up the something in my periphery. Everything's looking all warped. I have strange glasses with a weird prescription, so. There you go. Lil bro thugged out. Am I thugged out? Oh my goodness. Everyone has to fear me now. Alright. I look really hard. Alright. Let's go back to soft Marshy. There we go. Everything's back to normal. Hey, don't do that.
They will never catch me.
They will never catch me. Yay, brutes. Yay for brutes, chat. We actually got an early brute out. If you can believe it. You look much cooler than Swag Thice. How do you pronounce his name? Is it Tice? I mean, you could just rap 4 lines and drop the mic, and this would be the stream of all time. All right, sick. I'm on the case. I'm on the case. I can't wait to appeal to the younger audiences. Well, my poor brute is frozen. Ice? It's Thice? It's not Tice? You pronounce it? There's no H. Okay, just Tice. Okay. Very good. We figured it out, chat. Ow. Seems pretty good. Next turn, we will draw some things and it'll be cool. By the way, why MartianBuu? Nobody knows. It's not Thidges. My real name is Marshall. My friend was coming up with superhero names for us, and he came up with Martian for me in honor of Martian Manhunter. This was when we were like 20. I was previously Throbulator, which was a character on Invader Zim that is a creature made of pure headache. He is Throbulator. And I thought that was very funny. So I used it on all my handles for a while. Then at one point, I started writing for Hearthstone top decks, or I started wanting to stream, and switched my name in order to apply for a writing position for Hearthstone top decks. Did that, and that was just Martian. So just to be a tamer version of Throbulator, which I don't think everyone reads the way I mean it the first time around. But anyways, when I went to make a Twitch... When I went to make a Twitch account, Martian was taken. So I put Martian_CCG. And then I let that Twitch account sit there doing nothing for a long time. And then in Ashes of Outland, when I finally went and like tried to make a serious effort to be a streamer, I changed that to MartianBuu because I like MajinBuu from Dragon Ball Z. So it's a play on words. The aliens gave him the name. He had no choice. True. He's from Mars and scares you. Yeah, it's MartianBuu. Cool story. Thank you. Should I completely rebrand back to Throbulator? What do you guys think? It has everything. Superheroes, Invader Zim, procrastination. That's pretty good. I'm at the point I associate a Martian with any alien, not just Mars. Real and true. You think I can deck myself out this turn? Who's hiding now? Turn me into a sheep, will you? My sheep, how it is.
Who's hiding now? Anyone order a ghoul to the face? Anyone order a ghoul to the face?
I could play Kurtrus this turn if I just swing. Okay.
Fast.
Okay, chat, I'll do it for you. Alright, mage never figures this out. Mage never figures out how to stop this from popping that ice block. Pretty sure. They should let this target minions, period. This should just be silence a minion. It's my opinion. Based on wanting it to be true. Mage never has Frost Nova in their card pool. You know what I'm just now processing? This is the quest line. This isn't Time Warp. Ah. Alright, alright. Maybe this is more winnable than I thought. Or maybe I've lost the game the whole time and I just didn't know it. I don't know what to expect from Questline Mage. I guess it's no minion Questline Mage, right? They've played some no minion cards. I just haven't been paying attention. Time runs out on me. Time runs out on me. Oh. Is that our friend, Barden? I really like the idea of shuffling the Varden into their deck, but I also like the idea of glaive tarring them in the face this turn. I'm a little worried about doing this. I don't know. Anyways.
What a magic moment.
It's a pretty magic moment, huh? Oh my brutals. Oh my brutals. Chat. This is a disaster. I didn't even get the Mana Baron. Watch them just play Varden right now. Don't do it. Let me win, please. Come on, it's only fair. It's only fair that you let me win. That's my opinion. I wouldn't mind if you played a minion though, as long as it was like that 4-cost thing that plays minions. Because I need to be able to play this at some point. You guys are killing me over there. Let's go. Heat wave. More like cheat wave. This should be battle cry. Can't even play this because I don't want to give them stuff. Here. All right. Now the spells don't have discount. Oh yeah, they've got a minion in their deck. That's pretty good. Not as good as additional ice blocks though. I think my opponent is still happy as a clam. Clammy as a hap. Can you just lose to me? Oh my goodness. Just lose to me. It's fine. It's fine if you lose to me. Trust. Trust. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. Wow. Do me a favor. And if you don't mind, do me a favor and lose to me. Don't ever play another ice block. Never ever again. Let's go, Dustin. That's even your real name. Poor Aranna, taken before her time. Don't freeze my face. Chat, this is brutal. Absolutely brutal. I'm out of discoveries too, right? There's nothing doing. Mages never play many ice blocks, that's true. I've never heard of a mage playing more than one ice block. Wow. This is true resilience? I guess so. Watch them play like Cold Case or something here. Cold Case would actually be fine, right? Because, yeah. Are we just gonna lose the old-fashioned way? Or they're just gonna hit us with the old damage? They discover a freeze card and then I uninstall everyone's Hearthstone. It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be brutal for you guys. Without Hearthstone. Well, I guess you guys could always, like, re-download it, but still. Come on, Dustin. This right here. This thing here. Don't you freeze my face. If that is Frostbolt. Did you play Octo Warlock yet? I didn't. No, I should do that soon. Oh my goodness, I have so many ideas still to play. Wow. Don't mouse over that like it's exciting. Don't you dare. Do not you dare. Whew. Did we make it, chat? Did we survive the onslaught? Oh my goodness, we did it, chat. After all these, I'm gonna play this. I deserve to play this. No!
Versus Thrall. My elements are frightful. Trust me, you don't want
Trust me, you don't want this fight. You don't want this fight. Does it hurt when you crack your fingers? It does not. It either feels good or it feels like nothing. Depending on what level of crack or how long I've been not cracking them. I don't so like the idea that like cracking your knuckles is bad for your knuckles long term, I think has been relatively debunked, but I do think that you shouldn't start cracking your knuckles because once you start you can't stop. I'm like cracking my elbows and stuff too. Anything else I crack? My neck, my elbows, my shoulder, my back, my ankles.
I'll never stop searching.
Have we been Martian winning with this deck and is it fun? We have been Martian like split, right? Right down the middle. Oh, we're actually 5 and 6. So that's how you know. That's how you know. There have been like a couple that we would have won if our friend here hadn't been ratted. And also, I think the first game where I pulled her off, it could have been lethal, but I messed it up a little bit. I think I went in too early is what happened. Hey, Vengeful Walloper. But yeah, this does not seem as strong of a post board win con as Tony did. I think Tony was definitely better. Don't do it. Don't you play Murlocs. Framester. Well, I never. Well, I never, chat. Time to draw all those frames. Let's go. Hey, we didn't draw any frames. I feel cheated. I feel cheated, chat. Well, here's a bunch of these. You can either enjoy them or not. Do ya worst. I dare you to flurgle coin Toxpin. Words can't explain how much I miss Tony. Oh no. It's good into control with good clears though, right? But not many people running that at the moment. this would be going into that? No, they're like, those are the decks that have all the rats and stuff. They're gonna rat this stuff. They're gonna clear this, they're gonna rat this, and then I'm gonna lose. That's been my experience anyway. Devolving missiles. Hit the same one 3 times. Well. They never rat Aranna, but that's like contrary to my experience. I even had a big shaman rat me using its recall rat. Burp, 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 burp. There is little time. What is a recall rat? It costs 4 mana, and it rats you and your opponent. Important big shaman card. Who's hiding now? Anyone order some spool? Alright, now I suggest you lose to me, Shaman. With your 3 manas, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to me with your 3 precious manas, other than lose to me? Not a fan of new patches. New patches clutters my board with things that don't matter, while also making it harder to activate my quest when I want to. Although the fact that those things have charge, it might just not matter, honestly. Maybe I should have had some patches. Maybe I should have had the patches this whole time. Another thing I didn't like about it is that like it's a demon, so it like gets copied by whatchamacallit, but it only costs 1, so it's kind of easy to just play out. I don't know, maybe I should just try it. What's the new patches? It's 1 mana 1/1, shuffle a bunch of Squambus into your deck.
Only death is colder than the depths.
Trust me, you don't want this fight.
New patches sounds like it can help versus aggro, maybe. Is the list not running Girl Boss anymore, or was that never good? I think at 3 it was questionable how good it was, and at 4 it was like not worth it anymore. Been playing a lot with him. The copy with Fel is occasionally useful when you're drawing dirt.
Let's see, what do I take?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, alright, I'll try patches after this. But only because you guys asked so nicely. How dare you? Oh, this is Pirate Shaman. I thought it was against a rogue. Pirate Shaman, huh? Certainly a deck of all time. Certainly a deck of all time. Do you think they're Demon Hunter chores thing? Excuse me. I do not have a lot of health left. I'll say that much. Beep. Ow! This all hurts my feelings. Don't do it. So rude. So rude of them to do that.
Never stop searching.
Never stop searching.
I'll never stop searching.
3 cards. Guess we're doing it. Guess it's time to never stop searching. Oh, did I overdraw the guy just now? Not yet. Scary.
My hand is too
Overdrew that though, which I don't love. Devolve! You just got juggernauted. Oh my goodness. You just got super juggernauted.
They will never catch me. Who's hiding now? Anyone ought to
Well, that didn't go quite like I wanted. But at least we get to Juggernaut. You love Juggernaut? It's so funny. It really is. Look how funny it is. They made it really funny. That's like one of my favorite buffs that they made to the older cards. What's the cut for our friend Patches? What's our favorite? Oh, you know, I'm gonna cut a Consume Magic. That has been really hard to play a lot of the time.
Who's hiding now?
Alright, we have our Kurtrus for all that matters. Did not draw our whatchamacallit, unfortunately, though, the Brute.
Who's hiding now? Come out, come out, come out, come out.
Do you often play against Mill Rogue? Almost never. Of all the decks we have played against today, you're most confused by the deck by this opponent? Yeah. Certainly a deck of all time. Patches, or like Pirate Reno Shaman has been like a thing recently. I don't get it. Yeah, let's go put Patches in this deck. Little Patches about to go Vroom. Too true. Oh my goodness. Patches in opening hands, I concede. I concede. That's too crazy. That's too silly pants. I can't take it. Any final showdown coin Patches plays? I remember people used to say the old Patches was bad. People still say that. People still say, how can a 1/1 be good? Or what if I draw him? Or, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. People have never ever understood the power of original Patches. I like how long and phase filled that animation is. Does he have a signature? Does it look good? You still can't believe how good Patches is? Like original Patches? Alright, let's draw a bunch of those parachutes. No parachutes. Unlucky. For raised dead reasons, I traded here instead of there. But people tell me to put it in your deck, so you do it. If I do it, wait, or you're being unironic? You still don't, like, you don't think it's a good card? Yeah. So, like, it's, like, super not straightforward, I guess. Like, people have trouble with it. Oh my goodness, chat. I lost. Patches on one and I lost. Brutal. It's just like, it's just a 1/1 and a 29 card deck, but the stats don't lie. It's less about the 29 card deck. It's about like, yeah, have you seen a card nerfed by -1/-1? A lot of cards that lose -1/-1 stats have stopped being good. You know, like they've become bad stats for cost and stop getting played.
Trust me, you don't want this.
You know, like when you don't run patches, you're nerfing your first pirate by -1/-1. It's like, it's stats in play that you didn't have to use any resource on. It didn't cost you a mana to play it. It didn't cost you a card in your hand. It's just you get a 1/1. This is really strong. That, like, and that's before you start thinking about its synergies with things like Treasure Distributor and Ship's Cannon. You know, like, depending on how your opening sequence goes, you can like draw extra cards with Toy Bow, you can fire extra cannon shots, you can power up your distributor. It's really strong. Patches doesn't have the secret text of -1 card, yeah. Unless you draw them, and then it's terrible. Should I do it? Should we super patches this game? I'm gonna do it. You guys told me this was amazing, so we're gonna do it. All the patches this game. I'm happy to see you stream more without the looming dread of addition. Yeah, thank you, Christabin. What you got for me, Ultimate? I've got pirates for you. You'll see. Man, I wanted to play this. What are you doing to me? You're making me play more patches? Why's it gotta be this way? Why has it gotta be this way? Opponent reading card, that's how you know it's good. Yeah, exactly. Well, chat. Still have not drawn any of my funny patches, pirates. It's a lot of patches. Yeah. There's 12 in there, right? We should be overdrawing patches at some point. Show me the patches. Let's draw them. Let's draw those patches. There's some patches. I actually did, like, when I was first criticizing the patches suggestion, I did forget that these have charge, so you can just trade with them right away. I'll never stop searching.
Strike fast. Nobody move.
Rude.
No one gets hurt.
Rude. Wait, do I, like, the only thing with a battle cry in this deck is the final reward guy, right?
They will never catch me.
Chat, was I wrong the whole time? Is patches the nuts? Your end comes now. I believe in the one more pirate high roll. Unlucky.
Anyone ought to go to the
Well, all I have to do is play this. Or swing with this. Do I mind milling something? But like, it could be a pirate anyway, so. Oh, I'm gonna mill my my Kirchers though. No, I made a terrible mistake, chat. Okay, well, disaster, but. Uh-oh, chat. I made a doo-doo. I made a doo-doo. It could be okay though, right? Like, the Kirchus win con is not as important as the Aranna win con. Look at them go, silly little pirates, yeah. Next turn... I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do next turn. Probably gonna go this glide. Not all my precious things.
My hand is too full.
Do I glide or do I do this? Glide.
The earth will swallow my enemies.
Oh.
Gotta go.
I think that's gross. I think that's gross of you to say. Juice of Glavetar had you do 100 plus damage with Aranna? That's cool. Are they gonna kill these, or are they gonna... Wait, there's nothing they can do, right? Okay. Okay, opponent. How juiced is it? It might not get there. Alright, fine. Maybe I'll stop BMing my opponent. I'll never stop, chat. I'll never stop BMing. I was gonna try it again with the Aranna anyway, but like, I don't think I could have done it in such a way that I'd be able to guarantee that it would kill both the Zephyrus and the enemy face. Say it. Say that double patches won you the game. It certainly ate some spaghetti. I'm pretty sure double mana burn won me the game. Not gonna lie. Can't you just swing into Zephyrus? Maybe. That makes a lot of sense, honestly. Peon prop. You know what? You might be onto something.
Take us.
Trust me, you don't want this fight.
How do I see streamers with meme decks in Legend? I am mid-plat and getting sweat deck opponents. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the famous streamer luck. That's what we know, but we have to tell a story for the audience. Oh, okay, yeah, it was 100%, 100% patches. I should have just played this, pretty sure. Like, it's not worth coining it out now. Yeah, I should have just played it instead of the quest. That's my opinion.
Linked together in harmony.
Ow. Hurt my feelings. Terrible. I also wonder if twosies is too much of this at this point. For each card drawn this turn.
Too much power.
It does not count cards your opponent has drawn, right?
Come, pray with me.
Or does it? It doesn't, right? You are expensive.
Who's hiding now?
Oh, beautiful. Disaster. Disaster averted. We were scared and now we're pleased. Safe for the time being against the dreaded Shadow Priest. Just gonna make it so that they have to do 100% of their damage over the top. Zephyrus was never a consideration in Questline Demon Hunter. I don't know that it was never a consideration, but I don't know that it's high impact enough.
Solves any problem.
Solves any problem. Did they trade their own attendant into my stuff? Shadow Priest must suffer? Oh. We'll see.
I'll never stop searching.
Well.
Shred and slice. At last.
I think I want to pressure them so that it's really tough for them to you know what, I really should have done this instead of, I don't know, playing this was good. Maybe instead of drawing. This is what I drew with that, right? Yeah. Anyways, probably should have tried to get that mono burn down this turn.
Together in harmony.
Haha, you drew patches and it's not even the funny one like mine. Oh my goodness. That is damage.
They will never catch me.
Too slow. Strike fast.
Alright, sick. I think this turn is going swimmingly.
Anyone order a ghoul to the face?
Your end comes now. I'll never stop searching. Your end comes now.
They will never catch me. Whoop!
Shadows grow long.
Mana burning them and silencing Paper Angel is like -4 mana. Yeah, it's pretty good, huh? Pretty good. We don't even lose to double Mind Blast here. What do we lose to? Nothing?
You win. It was your destiny.
So, if they traded their Shadow Bomber and Raise Dead hitting Shadow Bomber and Attendant, that could have been 5 damage, 4 damage from the Bomber, and 6 from the Mind Blast. So yeah, it just wasn't happening. Cartridge versus Thrall. I might get ice cream at the store.
Trust
I think I want ice cream today.
you want this fight.
You guys can't stop me. I'm gonna get the ice cream. Am I saying that in a good or a bad way? Sharing. I don't like to go to the store. It's a boring activity. But I also have a video to put together later. I need to time myself how long it takes me to edit a video now, because it might be like as little as half an hour. Oh, remind me, don't let me go away without doing a deck intro. I want to start doing the deck intros again.
They will never catch me. Job done.
Especially now that I'm like having less editing to do, it's just like I can easily afford to do that type of thing. Can you not ruin me every time I try to play Sigil? Like every time I try to play Sigil now, these silly shamans out here doing their shaman stuff, shamaning all over me. Why don't you skip a turn? See how you like it. Where's my patches? We are still playing for the sake of playing patches. We need to play that patches. Be a good top deck here too, because I can play it alongside this. Not as good a top deck as this, which I have done the perfect order. Perfect order. Remember to not let you go? Okay, perfect. Very good. We never find patches when we want him. Yep, such is his, what's that called? It's his brand. Alright, you go ahead and skip another turn here for me.
I'll never stop searching.
Poop. Well, I guess I'm just playing this. Frostbite's sharper than Scrumbus. Oh, they're just gonna leave it up? Interesting. 2.
Who's hiding now?
5.
Anyone order a ghoul to the face? Too slow.
It's the second one, right? Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Silly consume magic. Always pooping on my parade. Patches didn't want to show up, huh? Guess I see how it is. Guess I see how it is. At least we have some spool for my opponent's face. Next turn we can go this, and it'll activate Kurtrus. Then we can do Kurtrus stuff if we want to, I guess. I really don't care, right? I feel like Kurtrus is super irrelevant. Now why you gotta just Zephyrus away all my cool stuff? We too slow. Hello, MartianBuu. Is Questline Demon Hunter back at being a good deck, and how is Aranna performing? Aranna seems largely mandatory. Although I can't say, man, this is brutal.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide. My quest, my revenge.
Should I just swing this then now? Just because that way, Some stuff pull up happened. I can use these with Aranna, I guess. Could also not swing yet. I just let that happen on my turn if they choose to Zephyrus me. That seems better. And that way they'll have used their Zephyrus. Hooray! Do I have Charizard base 4 out of 102 card? I do have the original Charizard, yeah. I have 2 of them. They're not very good condition. I am like, if I was gonna guess, I'm expecting one of them to get a 5 and one of them to get a 7. I'm actually gonna get them graded soon. That seems awfully rude of you to do that. Luckily for me, this Patches is going to clear that up for me for free. It's not going to interrupt my turn at all? Never mind. Nope, there it is. Oh, wow, that was perfect. That was super helpful. Super helpful.
Risks are always worth taking.
They will never catch me.
I am running low on cards. I am out of cards.
Chat, I don't know that I did the right move. I think I did, unless I didn't. But I know I didn't do enough math, so at least there's that. Hooray! Hooray, chat, we did it. And Patches mattered. He cleared the razor scale for us. Super lethal? Yeah, it does seem like super lethal. Do you also have Blastoise? Yes, I have 4 base set Blastoise, one of which is Shadowless. I also have a base set 2 Blastoise, which is less interesting. I found out, so like there's they came out with base set, which had the first stuff, and then they had base set, then they had another expansion, and then they had an expansion called base set 2, which was a combination of the first 2 expansions, which included a Charizard. Then later they came out with a set called Legendary Collection. This is like 7 sets later or something like that, that also had that same Charizard in it. And there's a Charizard in that one too. The base set 2 Charizard is the least valuable one. The Legendary Collection one is either less or more valuable than the original one, depending on which version of each. Like Shadowless and First Edition both affect how expensive the original Charizard would be. Like if you have a Shadowless First Edition Charizard, I think that's the most valuable Charizard. But if you of this type of Charizard anyway, that, like if you have that one in pristine condition like PSA 10, you can get like 15 grand for it or something like completely ridiculous. Which on a side note, it's really funny to me over the years, like there's been this myth that Charizards are worth way more than they are. Like 10 years ago, people were saying that they're worth like 40 grand or something like that. And only now is that finally starting to become true. If you have like a pristine original Charizard, depending on what type of original Charizard that is, it could be worth, you know, as much as the myth. But anyways, so in Legendary Collection, that was the first time they did reverse holo on cards. And it's a very striking, unique type of a reverse holo that almost looks like a sticker. What I found out recently, and it's really funny to me because at the time people thought they looked tacky and they hated them. But if you have the Legendary Collection Charizard, you have the regular version like mine, it's still worth, like if you have a decent condition, it's still worth like a pretty good amount of money. You can get like, you know, pristine, you can still get probably over $1,000 for it. And like as condition as mine is, you know, I'm expecting to maybe be able to do like 300 or so, maybe. But if you have the reverse holo one, it's worth it's worth like 5. Like I saw a bunch of PSA 5s, which is like a failing grade, right? Like 5 out of 10. PSA 5. I saw a ton of them that sold for like $3,500. That's crazy. That's like terrible condition cards too. So anyways, that's the story about me and my Charizards, I guess.
Who's hiding now? They will never catch me.
We're at 4. Could try for one more. Ooh.
They will never catch me.
Strike fast.
Alright.
Anyone ought to go to the face.
No, it copied the purchase. No, no, this is your fault, Chet. You did this to me. You have any graded cards? No, I'm about to. I'm gonna do my first grading soon. Tomorrow I'm gonna give the cards and whatnot to my friend, and he's gonna send them in with some of his stuff. You have Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Would it be worth anything? Like for the original one? From all the way back? If it's in good condition, and especially if it's first edition, yeah, it'd be worth something. Hope you only get 9s and 10s. Aw, thank you. I'm not expecting to get any 10s. There's so the cards I'm bringing are 2 base Charizard, Legendary Collection Charizard, Dark Charizard, none of which are the ideal version. So like none of them are first edition, and none of my Charizard are Shadowless, and my Legendary Collection is not the reverse foil. So these are all like not the best thing I could bring. Not the best way they could be. The Dark Charizard is in pretty good condition. I think one of the base set Charizards is also in pretty good condition, but like not as good as the Dark Charizard. So I could see getting like an 8 on the Dark Charizard, and I'm like fingers crossed for one of the base set Charizards to be a 7, but I'm totally expecting a 5 on the other. The last one is there's this series of cards called Skyridge, and or there was the E-Cards series. So there were 3 sets: Expedition, Aquapolis, and Skyridge. And in the case of all 3 of them, but especially in the case of Aquapolis and Skyridge, they did not get a lot of printings because they were at the end of when Wizards of the Coast was producing the cards. So they were just trying to get rid of their stock and move on. So there aren't a lot of Aquapolis and Skyridge out there. So I have, there was a series of cards within there called the Crystal. They were called Crystal whatever. So like there's Crystal Charizard, Crystal Crobat, Crystal Nidoking. And they were colorless instead of their regular type, and they had an ability like Crystal Body or something like that to let them, well, poop. This never gets to discount anything anymore. It's a disaster. I'll do that just so I can punch it if I want to. I have a Crystal Golem. I also have a Crystal Crobat, but Crobat is like a Pokemon I really like, so I'm debating just keeping that one. It's also like, it's a reverse foil of it, so it's worth less than it would be if it was the full foil one on the Crobat. But anyways, as the Golem, I don't really care about. I think the card looks phenomenal, but like Golem as a Pokemon, I don't have a strong association with. And that one I think has a chance to be a 10. I think I'm not gonna hold my breath because like you can give a mint condition card to the graders and there'll be like something that's completely out of your control, like it's slightly off center or something, and it'll end up being like a 9 or lower or something. So like it's also like I have a long history of not taking good enough care of my cards, so I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna, you know, hope too much. But that one could be a 10. I'm expecting it to be like a 9. The One Ring in the MTG is like a 9. Yeah, I could see that. Ow. Ow. So we either win next turn or we lose right now. Brutal. But yeah, so I was looking at that one yesterday. I was like, I think this is as perfect as any of my condition, like as good condition as any card I have is. So I'm hoping that one will sell okay. So it's 4 Charizards and a Golem. I have an old ungraded Charizard Gold Star in pretty bad bar condition. Do you even think that would be worth grading? Gold Star? Do you mean like... Do you mean this? Yeah? Alright, well, let's consult.
You don't want this fight.
Here we have damaged holofoil selling for 800, and that's not even graded. This is 975 for moderately played. Oh, here's damaged. They want 1,000 for this. They call it damaged. Actually, doesn't look that bad. I'd say like just from the pick, it looks like more heavily played than anything. But I can't tell what the thing is. But anyways, that in particular is a very sought after Charizard. You can like, it can be pretty bad condition and you could still get a lot of money for it. Let's see. The last damaged one to sell was 245, but I don't know what level of damage was. So yeah, I don't know. What is pretty bad condition? Which rating company are you sending your cards to? We're sending it to Beckett. The reason is because Beckett lets you, like, to do PSA, you have to have a subscription to PSA. You can't just, like, send them a card. Don't want to advance the quest? I don't think so. So, with Beckett, you can just send them cards. You don't have to buy the extra $100 to have the subscription. I think I might end up selling like a series of my cards, like using the money from selling it the first time to sell more later, in which case like it'd be worth it to give me the PSA one, because like Beckett is a more stringent system. Like you're more likely to get a max grade from PSA than you are from Beckett. So like when you get a Beckett 10, it should mean more than when you get a PSA 10, but PSA has been doing it for longer, so they have like like name recognition, you know what I mean?
They will never catch me.
Hey, Patches. So you're more likely to be able to offload a PSA than you are a Beckett. But like my buddy was able to, like, my buddy got his Charizard and some other cards that I wouldn't have expected to move so easily. managed to sell those recently, so it's given me inspiration to try. And I went with Charizards because like Charizards, people want them, you know, like people are all about the Zards. I will never stop searching.
Who's hiding now?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna play this. Then I'm gonna like reduce their hand by 4 and hope that works out for me. My glaive tar is so big right now. I should have done this first. Oops. Overtraded. You don't understand how a single card can cost so much, isn't it crazy? My favorite thing about Martian definitely won't stream MartianBuu is his commitment to not streaming on Saturdays, even going so far as to abuse the international deadline to skip Saturday completely, and yet still stream on my Saturday. There you go. I don't play the game, and I'm not interested in playing. If I had excess money, If I had excess money, I would buy Charizards. They are just really sick. I know, right? I was actually thinking about making a Twitter thread about how iconic the original Charizard is. Now that we've had this conversation, I'm extra inspired to do it. But it's so funny thinking about how, like, you know, that Charizard has never been good. That has never, ever, 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 ever been good. It has never been good. That card, is always been bad, and has this reputation of being like, whoa, it's the strongest card in the game, blargs. And it's been, not only is did the first version of it sell like really, really well, not only did the first version of it like not only is it like iconically sought after and expensive, but every single time they've printed a throwback version of that card, it has also been expensive. They every few years they print another Charizard with that art and that and those attacks and the Poke Power it has. Every like few years they print a new one, and it always ends up being completely disproportionately expensive compared to the other things within its set. Like it's silly how iconic that Charizard is, considering how bad the card is. Like the Charmeleon that evolves into the Charizard is a better card than that Charizard in the context of its time. Yo, Lil Smudger, thank you so much for the 13 months. You don't know what to say? Well, very good. You said everything you need to. I really appreciate the 13 months, my friend. 13th sub on the 13th month. Let's go. This is going to be a big Aranna. Unless they decide to not let us have it, in which case that would be a disaster. I didn't even check it. How many times was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? 15? Oh, 14. I actually do think that the patches is kind of good. I take back all the negative things I said about him. I think it's good. The Pokemon card game is in desperate need of a numbers crunch. I remember there was this one time in World of Warcraft, was it Shadowlands when they did it, or was it Legion? I forget, I don't remember. But anyways, the levels had gotten out of control and the numbers on the game were too high, and so World of Warcraft was like, what if we reset the max level back down and scrunch these numbers down to where they mean something again? I really liked that change, and Pokemon the card game is in desperate need of it. It's crazy. So much like how World of Warcraft was doing it over the course of expansions, every so often Pokemon raises the health and damage Pokemon will do in order to make the new stuff seem exciting compared to some of the old stuff. And so I've been watching these cards over the years go from maximum 120 health, but very few Pokemon have that much, to basics we're at 170, 180 commonly. And I think that's the last point where the numbers weren't like actually stupid. That was in the Black and White series. So what was that, like 10 years ago, something like that, more even. When we got to Sun and Moon and the GXs came out, then everything's starting to get up and, you know, above the 200s and into 300s sometimes. And now a Pokemon that's worth 2 prizes that has 220 HP, you feel like it dies to everything. You feel like that's fragile when that used to be unkillable. And so they have these special dice now. So back in my day, we used to be able to keep track of damage counters with pennies if we wanted to. You know, when things usually had like 70 health and sometimes we'll get up to 100, things would take 30, 50 damage at a time, and so if you had just some damage counters, you could keep track of it. A 6-sided die would be all you would need in most situations, and when you didn't, you only need 2 of them. So now when you have like Gardevoir has 310 HP, keeping track of that with 6-sided die is a chore. So they've started releasing these ridiculous die that have like 150, 130 damage on them just so that you can keep track of the health on these large Pokemon. It's like, why do you need that? Why do the numbers need to be so high? They're meaningless. You're knocking things out in one hit anyway. So I felt that way the whole time. Every time they raise the numbers, I roll my eyes. I feel like making, wow, that thing has 20 more HP than I'm used to. The people that keeps in the game has got to be so low, right? Because everyone's just blindly loyal to the IP. You don't need to ruin it. And comparing Pokemon to other card games, there's such an enormous like collector and kid fan base where the actual mechanics of the game don't even matter, right? So like, why are we diluting and destroying the function of the card game to try to sell more packs by making, wow, look how exciting this thing is with all its extra health and numbers? It doesn't mean anything. So anyways, I've been rebuilding those old early format Pokemon decks, and being able to easily keep track of the health on the Pokemon with a single 6-sided dice has been pretty funny. And enjoyable, really. Like, everything's taking 2 to 3 hits to knock it out. I really miss that. You know, the last like 5, 6, 10 years of Pokemon has been, you know, you got a one-hit knockout things on turn 1 or you fall behind, and that's just not the same. I do think that there's a lot of room for improvement over the earliest days of Pokemon, which is where I'm building these decks right now. The ability to search out things and set up is very luck based, so you end up getting scammed a lot, and in order to be consistent you have to tear through your deck really fast, so if you're not careful you end up decking out. And I feel like most games ending by people just running out of resources because they had to go too ham early to stay in the game, and losing by deck out isn't as fun as it gets eventually. So I do think, like, especially once you get into Expedition Onward, when you have the supporters and whatnot, and you start to get things like Dual Ball that help you set up your basic Pokemon early, that area of the game is when Pokemon really starts to hit its stride. But anything's better than nowadays. Like, nowadays is so scuffed. I don't know how they do that though. That's the real thing, is like, do you just hard rotate everything from recent years? Because you can't go back to 120 max HP while you still have things that are 300 health in the format.